Hello. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Rahimi. Hi, Michelle. Hey, everybody. I know I'm a few minutes early, so I'm just going to give everybody a chance to pop on while I set everything up. I know some of you guys are probably already wondering, why do I have pink nails on and not fall nails? I'm totally going to get into that with you here in just a moment, but I'm pretty sure you can probably guess why. So another minute, we're going to let people pop on. I am going to adjust right now the $12.99 Tuesday color, which is going to be Barbie, by the way. So let me show you an up close of that while I am price adjusting it so you guys can get your discount. This is Barbie up close. Hey, Alicia. This is Barbie up close. This is going to be the color tonight that is on sale for $12.99. So I am actually really terrible at typing and talking. So let me go ahead and adjust that really fast so you guys know how to get it. I hope everybody's had a good couple weeks. I know we haven't been on in a few weeks. It's been crazy. All right, so the price is updated on the website. So tonight's color is going to be Barbie for $12.99. Oh my gosh. Hey, Becky. So this is going to be the color. And I know everybody was probably looking forward to fall nails and spooky season nails, but I decided in the midst of all of that stuff, I think it's really important to recognize Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know I have a relative who has had it in the past. I'm sure you guys know somebody, maybe experienced it yourself. So I really wanted to put all the fun fall vibes and spooky season stuff to the side and just take a moment to let's just recognize, what's going on here. So give me one more second because I'm going to go ahead and pull up your guys' comments so I can read them. I am flying solo tonight. So just give me 1 second, just bear with me here. All right, let me scroll down, find my videos so I can read your all's comments. There we go. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Sarah. I just saw Alicia said, is there a decal with a bow? Yes, I have seen decals that have the bow. I don't have any handy, so you won't be seeing that on me this evening, but I have seen them. All right, so tonight's colors are Barbie, Eternal Love, and Clear on top of all of them. I really love to use clear to encapsulate the glitter. As you can see, it really just brings out the dimension that is in the glitter, just really makes it pop. But it also prevents from it turning silver while it's buffing, or while you're buffing, sorry. I guess I'm a little rusty. It's been a couple weeks since live. But yeah, so it just really encapsulates the glitter, just makes it really nice. And then I also used it on all the other fingers too because I really like the extra shine that clear brings. So tonight I do have 4 dips on. So I am going to go ahead and get started. I am going to situate my computer so I can read your guys' comments as I am doing my application. And then we are going to catch up because it's been a while. We are going to catch right up. So let me just move some stuff around. I am literally working off of a coffee table this evening. Yeah, we're doing stuff around the house, and I got rid of my desk because I'm actually doing a built-in desk, and I literally got rid of all of that, and I am working off of a coffee table. I think it's kind of funny. Barbara, thank you. So the Eternal Love looks way more pink on camera than it is in real life, so don't let that bother you. It definitely is way more pink on camera. especially with these like bright lights shining down on it. Megan, we missed you too. We sure did. All right, so I have already filed and shaped my nails to approximately what I want them to be like, but I have not prepped them in terms of buffing and pushing my cuticles back, so I am gonna do that on live with you guys. So we'll be on for a few extra minutes catching up, so make sure you guys drop any questions that you guys have while I do this prep here. Deborah Lynn, I wish you all the best and sending you so much hugs right now. I'm sending you all the best. This one's for you tonight, girl. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna push back the cuticles. So it's very important when you're pushing back your cuticles that you really do get that overgrown cuticle off of the nail bed. And you can see right here that there's some left after pushing the cuticle back, but it's nothing to be worried about because I'm actually going to remove that in another step, along with the white residue there that was left behind from the acetone. So we're just gonna go ahead, slowly push them back. Really take our time. It's very important that your nail bed itself is thoroughly cleaned up. Otherwise, your Peppi cure is not going to stay on and last for the 2 to 3 weeks that you expect it to. Just fix the camera here. So how has everybody been? Hope everybody's been doing good. Enjoying some fall weather coming. I know the leaves have not turned here yet in Virginia, but I mean, there's been like a little bit of a change, but nothing drastic, so I know that's coming soon. All right, so after I pushed my cuticles back, I did use the cuticle pusher that we do offer on the website. You can use any cuticle pusher you have at home. This one we really, really like because it's nice and thin on the cuticle pusher part itself. And it really kind of helps to scrape up that overgrown cuticle off the nail bed. So tonight we are using Eternal Love, which is the paler pink. It looks more pink on camera than it actually is. It's more pale. And then we are also using Barbie, which is our $12.99 color tonight. So make sure you guys go ahead and grab that $12.99 color while you can on discount. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm using a bell drill. And I'm using a metal drill bit, and I'm just gonna go very lightly right along the cuticle. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it because I don't really want to damage my nail beds. But I'm just gonna go right along the cuticle and right along the sidewall, and you can see like it just takes all that dead cuticle off or overgrown cuticle. And that's really going to be beneficial in terms of long wear, so your Peppi cure doesn't lift. Yes, today is October 6th. Am I missing something? I'm confused. Today is October 6th. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to repeat this process on all my fingers. And by the way, I am going to be going slower tonight because I am a right-handed person, but for the sake of live and just to show how easy it is to work with your non-dominant hand, I decided to take that route today. So these are my real nails. They are a little bit beat up right now. My last manicure was on for 3 weeks. And we've been doing some house projects around the house, and I definitely have a bad habit of jamming these long nails every now and then. Jessica, I highly don't recommend using cuticle cutters. The problem with using cuticle cutters and constantly cutting your cuticle is they're going to stay split all the time, like as they try to grow out and heal. So I really don't recommend it. If that's all you have, then by all means use it, but it works. It's just not the best thing to do. You should really never be cutting them. Alright, so now we're just going wrong, and you can see that acetone residue is now coming off. Every now and then you'll get like a white residue from the acetone on your nail. Nothing to be alarmed about, it comes right off. Alright, so now that I did a really light go around with the drill. Oh, somebody says Barbie is still showing $16.99. Let me just double check that really quick. I don't think it is. I thought I hit save. Let me check. Yeah, it's refresh your webpage because it is definitely marked down on the website. Tonight's color, ladies, for those that are asking, on sale is Barbie. Alright, so after I take care of my cuticles, I go ahead and just dust off all that excess yuck that I just removed. And then I pull out my buffer. I like to use a super used buffer for this part. I don't want it to be abrasive to my nail bed. I just want it to dull the nails and give a little bit of texture so the powder has something to hold on to when I go to apply it. If your nails are slick like mine currently are, it's going to be really hard for the powder to stick properly and adhere. So if you're ever applying your nails and you have a bare spot on your nail bed after you wipe off that excess powder, it's because your nails were too slick. It's not because your number one dried up too fast, or maybe it did if you were going really slow, but 99.9% of the time, it is because your nails were too slick and it just couldn't hold on. So you got to have some texture on your nails for it to just kind of grab onto. And you can see I'm doing a super light buff. I'm not going crazy with it. I don't want to ruin my nail beds. I don't want to thin them out by any means. I just want to go super light just to give a little bit of texture for the powder to hang on to. So it's really quick each nail. I'm not spending a lot of time on this. I only spend a lot of time on the product when it's on my nail, it's on the nail bed itself. So now we're going to go ahead and just wipe off all that excess powder again and clean the debris from the table. Alright, so let me just stop for a moment and I'm just going to see what everybody is saying. Oh, Halloween nails. Yes, I'll be doing Halloween nails next. I can't wait. Like fall, Halloween, Christmas, like all the jewel, like dark tones are honestly my all-time favorite colors to wear. Michelle, there is no sweet tea. That is a mystery box color. We do not release those. Those are exclusive to subscribers. Alright, so before you go to dip, make sure you stir your powder and loosen it up. This is really good to just kind of get the pigment spread throughout the jar, and then also to make sure the powder is nice and loose so it glides onto your nail nice and thin. So I'm going to show you a couple little tricks of how I like to do my glitter. So I'm really excited for that because I see a lot of questions about that on the daily. Monzi, Fire Glow. So all the glow colors have to charge with UV light. They have to charge with UV light. I'm not saying you have to have a UV like gel nail cure thing. You can literally go outside in the sun and have it exposed for it to charge up. So the longer your glow colors are exposed in the UV rays, the brighter and longer it will glow in the night. Yes, Bordeaux is in production now, so that will be restocked soon. Alright, just reading some comments. Yes, the solid color is Eternal Love, and the glitter is Barbie, which is on sale for $12.99. Stephanie, so the buffer I'm using has grit to it, so it's providing texture to the nail. I'm not using like a smoothing type buffer, if that makes sense, but it does add texture to the nail. So like even when you buff your Peppi cure, there's still texture, you know, to the nail, even though you smoothed out like any possible lumps or bumps that you might have had. But yeah, so just definitely just be aware of that. But you'll see later here in the Peppi cure that I actually use the drill and a buffer. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my number 1. I almost grabbed the number 3. I'm using the number 1 ready. And during my application process, I am making sure when I pull the number 1 brush out that I'm using the inside wiper in the bottleneck to kind of pull the excess liquid off of the brush. I never want to have liquid sitting on top of the neck here or on the sides, because you have to understand that this is an adhesive. So like a glue, basically, if that gets left in those areas, you're going to glue your lid shut. So to avoid that, always use the inside wiper to remove the excess liquid off your brush, but also super important because you want your brush to basically look like it has no liquid on it when you go to apply it onto your nails. So if you want a nice, thin, like natural look after 3 or 4 dips, very important that you remove all that excess liquid off of your brush. You only need a small amount to cover your nail. You don't want to like glob it on there. So let's go ahead and get started with tonight's Peppi here. I swear I cannot get this camera angle right tonight. Here we go. All right. So again, just very small amount of number 1 on your brush. You can always add more number 1 if you need to. It's easier to add it than it is to take it away. And then we're just going to go ahead and dip right in. So when I talked about the nails being too slick, this is a perfect example, and it happens even to myself and Maggie and to people who have maybe been doing Peppi for as long as we've been around, for 4 or 5 years now. But if you don't get into that sidewall, you can see right here where the powder didn't stick. It's because my nail was way too slick. I'm not too worried about it because I'm doing 4 dips tonight, so the second and third dip will cover color in there, and it'll be a little bit sticky now because I have that base already lined, like laid down onto the nail. So now I'm going to go ahead and dip my Barbie. I'm going to shake the jar so I can get the glitter to kind of rise to the top. So if you look at the jar right now, and you look right here in this little area, you can see powder and glitter. But the way I want to dip tonight is I want my nails to look like it does over here in this region of the jar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up doing 2 dips of Barbie. But on the first dip, I'm going to go ahead and do my finger, you know, flat down, because I want to pick up that very strong, like glitter look that we have over here versus what I have over here. So if you just stir, and I'll show you the difference. If you just stir your glitter up and then you go to dip, you're going to dip more into like not quite as heavy of a look onto your nails that you can see right here in the middle. But if you do this and get the glitter to rise to the top, you're going to dip into a heavier glitter look. And that's what I'm going for. I want a super dimensional look on my accent finger. And that's how I'm going to create that look. So that's the really fun thing about glitter, is like you can really manipulate the glitter in the jar and maneuver it around to kind of do exactly what you want, which makes it so much fun. And on this case, since I'm only doing 2 dips of glitter, I am going to go all the way up, stopping a hairline before the cuticle. And after this nail, I'll stop and read some comments. And ladies, again, it's only me on live tonight. So reading and doing my nails will be a little bit more challenging than usual. All right, so we went ahead. We got that nice heavy glitter look that I was going for. And on the second dip, I'll be able to cover the rest of the spaces. And that's how you create like a nice dimensional look for your glitter. The second round, I'm actually gonna dip in just to kind of cover it because I really got a lot of coverage on the first round that I'm really satisfied with. Oh, yes, ladies, there is a giveaway tonight. If we hit 650 viewers tonight, I am going to give away a Barbie. I am so sorry. Hi, Aunt Wendy. I miss you. Yeah, if we hit 650 viewers, I am giving away a Barbie. Felicia, we are going to make a public post by Friday about the mystery box, so please stay tuned and pay attention to that. It's going to be posted in the group and probably emailed out, but we are not ignoring you. All the concerns came in on Friday. Today is only Tuesday, so we definitely needed an opportunity to kind of review it and decide what would be the fairest resolution. So please and thank you kindly for being patient. All right, so now we're going in and we're gonna cover all of our fingers. Stella, thank you, girl. I thought they were pretty good too. All right, ladies, so I'm just going in with my ring or my pointer finger here. All right, and then we're dipping right into Eternal Love, which is not as pink in person. It's just a little bit pinker with the bright lights, and the contrasting background is definitely making it pop a little bit extra tonight. Reba, yes, you can do this with nail tips. Robin, you are welcome. Felicia, you are welcome. All right, so we're going in with our thumb and we are covering the whole nail. So if you find that your nails are like just super slick naturally, you guys, when you prep your nails, before you buff, swipe your nails with acetone. So wash your hands with Dawn dish soap and then swipe your nails with acetone after you let them dry. Oh my gosh, my prep was not on point tonight. Oy, that's okay. We'll cover it up. Swipe your nails with acetone, which I did not do tonight, and I usually do, which is why I'm like talking about this, because I'm seeing where I was not perfect in my prep. But yeah, swipe them with acetone and then buff your nails, and that'll really dry your nails out and give them the texture that you want for the powder to stick. Melissa, thank you so much. We're grateful for you too, girl. All right, so I went ahead and as you guys just saw, I just dusted off that excess powder off of my nails. I used the Peppi duster brush to do this. If you don't have one, you're more than welcome to order one off the website, or you can just use any cosmetic brush that you have at home. We really like these. They really do the job, and also the nail art brushes match, and they're just pretty. Anything pretty, right, ladies? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go in with our second round of Eternal Love. So again, I'm being very cautious when I use my bottle to not get any of that liquid residue on the bottle neck or rim. Very important. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dip right into Eternal Love. I'm going to take my little orange wood stick and just go right around the cuticle edge and just clean it right up. Super easy. You want to move somewhat fast. You want to be able to do that step before your powder solidifies. but you don't have to go so fast where you end up, you know, messing it up by mistake. All right, so now we're going in with Barbie, which is our $12.99 color. So hopefully you guys, oh my gosh, we hit 1.2 thousand. Whoa. Whoa. I'm gonna give 2 Barbies away just for that. Thank you, ladies. Thanks for sharing. And again, I am doing my non-dominant hand, so I am going obviously very slow. But it's all about taking your time and really learning, you know, the process. It's not something you can necessarily rush, but it is pretty quick in the end. And now you can see I got a nice full coverage on the nail, which is exactly what I was going for. And we'll just take the orange wood stick and just give it a quick cleanup right along the cuticle. And voila. I love it. And again, ladies, this Barbie is what is on sale for $12.99 tonight. 1.3, 1.4. Holy moly. Literally, if we hit 2,000, I will give away even more Barbies tonight. So the sale color for $12.99 tonight is Barbie. The other color I am using tonight is Eternal Love. It's a nice, like, neutral, pale pink. Baby, it's more along the lines of baby pink. 1.4. Oh my gosh. If we hit 2,000, how many Barbies should I give away? Let's just have fun with this. How many Barbies should I give away? Or should I give away an Eternal Love? Alright, ladies. So I'm going in. I'm on my second layer. Tonight I'm doing 4 because I want to seal in with clear. And I'm going to tell you why I'm doing that tonight and why it's really important. Or can be important for some people. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead, take that orange wood stick. I have actually a mini one here that I'm using. And just swipe right around the cuticle. And that's how I get a nice, clean cuticle line. I love it. It's so awesome. Somebody said you could do your nails right after the acetone. I always say do the acetone first and then buff, because if you do go in too soon with your number 1, you will risk contamination to your brush. So it's better to do the acetone first and then buff, and that way you still get that texture on your nail to really hold on to the powder. And when you do it like that, you definitely are going to get long wear. So long wear with your Peppi Cure for 2 to 3 weeks, as long as you're not like applying it on your skin or anything like that. Now you do have to keep in mind we all live different lifestyles in terms of how active we are versus another person. So if you're really rough on your nails, maybe they will last just as long, maybe they won't. It really just depends. Like, you know, I could jam my finger in the car door, which I've done before, and I won't get the full 2 weeks out of it. But I've jammed my finger on other things before, and I get 3 weeks out of it. So it really just depends. The longer your nails are, the harder I think it can be to kind of like maintain it for long wear. At least for me, because I am a klutz and I manage to jam my fingers quite often. But my last one was on for 3 weeks and I jammed my finger, but it survived. All right, ladies, so again, I'm just doing really, really thin layers of number 1 and covering the full nail bed with it. And I am going slow. Again, I'm working with my non-dominant hand, and I'm also trying to peek over at the comments so I can answer anything I see along the way. So this entire process, if you are new to Peppi, holy moly, we were just at 1.5. That is so close to 2,000, ladies. I'm telling you, I will give a lot more away if we hit it, I promise. But we can only hit it with your help. So make sure you guys are sharing, liking, inviting your friends, you know the deal. All right. When I am working with a glitter versus a solid, I usually use 2 different brushes because I don't want the glitter to bleed. But in this case, I'm actually going to put glitter on 2 other accent fingers over here. And if it did happen to get, you know, on the middle finger or the thumb, I really honestly wouldn't have cared, just because it's kind of meant to be a little bit imperfect for the look that I'm going for. So I have 2 layers of color on my nails right now. We're going to go ahead and do our 3rd and final layer of color, except for Barbie. I'm going to seal that in with clear, but Eternal Love is going to get 1 more dip of Eternal Love, and then I'm going to seal all of them in clear and show you guys how I do the ombre. We are at 1.6. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is awesome for the awareness. I love it. You guys are amazing. Or did you guys really miss us? I'm just kidding. No, you guys are truly, truly amazing. All right, so now I'm going in with my 3rd and final dip, always stopping a hairline before the cuticle, never on the cuticle. If you get product on your cuticle, you will experience lifting as your nails grow out. Oh man, see, I just hit my cuticle. Now I'll clean it up with the orange wood stick though. You will get lifting when your nails grow out. So it's very, very important that you stop a hairline before. All right, and then the orange wood stick made it really easy to kind of clean up that little mistake I just made. So it's no big deal. So this finger, my Barbie finger, that is on sale for $12.99. Is going to be dipped in clear for its final dip. The glitter is a little bit thicker than just the fine powder of color that I'm putting on my nails tonight. So this finger is gonna actually only have 3 dips versus the other finger is going to have 4. Just a quick little dip. And clear is just so thin that it really just adds, like, it doesn't really add too much thickness to your nail because there's no pigment in the powder. It's just a really thin powder, again, because there's no pigment in it. So it really doesn't make your nails any thicker by the time you buff them. The lighter color is called Eternal Love. Jennifer, clear does not come with a starter kit. You can choose it as your starter kit color. You do get 1 color in your starter kit, and you can choose any color that is available on the website. All right, so now I'm on my 3rd and final dip of color. And this color that I'm currently working on is called Eternal Love. Oh my gosh, I almost just put my brush in the powder, you guys. I don't even know where my mind is today. And dip. And then we'll go ahead, take that orange wood stick, and carry that over. So I know the upcoming manis we do will definitely be fall and spooky season related. Peppi here's Felicia, she put her brush in the powder the other day. Oh my gosh, girl, I almost just did that, literally. Hi, Christina, hope you're doing well. Kelly, yeah, if you're not careful, you definitely can bleed your other colors into the clear. My fingers are locking up, which I've accidentally done here. You can see a little bit of my Barbie in the clear. So really, I would honestly recommend that you pour the clear over your nail versus dipping it in. I'm a little bit reckless and it doesn't bother me to do it that way. I prefer dipping over pouring. I find that it makes the application thinner that way, which is why that's my preferred method. I feel like anytime I pour powder on, it's never as thin as I want it to be. Alright, so we're almost done because once we get to the ombre and clear, it's super quick. So if you guys are new and you're like, oh my gosh, this is taking a while, it's really not. I'm just going slow and gabbing and continuously fixing the camera because it keeps sliding on me. Abby, you are so welcome. I hope you guys really enjoy Spellbound and Witch's Brew. Like, those colors are amazing. Actually, I wanted to wear those so bad today, but I decided this is more important. But I probably will pull those out on the next one because I didn't get to wear them last year. So I really want to wear them this year. Alright, so your thumb is a wider finger, so just really take your time and kind of get it nice and even up there at the top. And again, make sure you're doing nice thin layers of your number one. The thinner you apply your number one, the thinner your manicure is going to look in the end. You, as the person applying your Peppi cure, has full control over how thick or how thin your manicure is going to look in the end. I have 4 dips on, and you can see how incredibly thin these nails are. This is with 4 dips on this hand. Super thin. And it's all in how much of the number one you apply. The more number one you apply, the more powder it's going to absorb, making them even thicker. So just remember, the thinner you go on your base, the better. You are in full control over that. So if you want your nails to be a little bit thicker, you certainly can. Just go a little bit heavier on your base. So now I am wiping off the excess powder. And now we're going to get into the fun design part. So I'm going to take this brush from the nail art brush set that we do offer on the website. This is a really great brush for just sprinkling on a nice ombre or full ombre in general. If I was going with a little bit lighter of an ombre, I would use this fanned out brush here, but I wanted it a little bit heavier up at the top. So I am going with this brush because it's going to pick up more glitter in the end. I did not give away a Barbie yet. You guys got to stay on. I'm doing my giveaways at the end of the live. And I already promised 2 Barbie giveaways because we hit over 1,000. I think that's what I promised. But if we hit 2,000, I'll give away some Eternal Loves. Alright, ladies. So I am taking the number one. And I am covering the whole nail because I am going to do an ombre at the top. And then I'm going to dip it right into the clear. So I'm literally just going to pick up some glitter on the brush, hold my nail down. I just kind of want to create a little bit of a waterfall effect with the glitter. I'm not looking for perfection, just looking to get it spread out on the nail, and then I'm just going to go ahead and dip right into the clear. If you're really picky about your colors bleeding into the clear, because I clearly just did that, I don't recommend dipping. Just pour the powder over your nail. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do a full dip of clear on the ring finger. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my cuticle over here. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do a full dip of clear on the middle finger. Nothing fancy on this one, just a dip of clear. So one of the reasons why I really love clear, especially with a darker color and with glitters, well, let me just say one thing at a time. With a darker color, sometimes you can see, like, from your buffer, depending what buffer you're using, some little scratch marks underneath your, like your top coat, your shine. I really like to use clear as the fourth and final dip sometimes because it helps to prevent that from happening. It protects your color from the buffer. So I'm just going to repeat that again. The clear protects the color from your buffer. So your buffer, if you're like over buffing in one spot versus another spot, you might see a little bit more fade in that area and not even realize it. But if you put clear as your final dip, you're going to protect that color, so you're not really going to see that. I also really love it because it adds extra strength, it adds extra shine, and it encapsulates the glitter like I did over here on this finger. And you can just see like it really brought that dimension out in the color Barbie. Like really brought out all that dimension. So beautiful. So some people like to use clear as their base to protect their nail bed. I specifically like to do that when I am using a chunky glitter. Those are harder to remove from your nail. So I like to put clear down, a dip of glitter, and then clear. Chunky glitters, you only need one dip. You don't need two dips. Two dips, you're going to find that it's thick and it's hard to work with when trying to like buff it and make it nice and even before you shine it up. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a little ombre sprinkle on my pointer finger. The same method, I'm going to hold my finger down and just kind of waterfall it. I'm not looking for a perfect ombre. I'm just looking to have a little pop of an accent. Tap off that excess powder, the rest of it will fall onto the nail and then move on to the next finger. All right. The overall removal of Peppi gel is super quick. Takes 5 minutes, 7 tops, maybe if you have, you know, really thick layers on your nails or extra layers for whatever reason. But it is super easy, 5 minutes, comes right off, just melts right off. As long as you do it properly, you will not damage your nail bed and it'll just glide right off. You guys saw my nails before live, or when live started. They're definitely a little bit beat up just because we've been doing stuff around the house and I've been a little bit more active and rougher with my hands than I usually am. However, with that being said, my nails are in amazing shape. They're strong, they're long, they're great. But that comes from proper prep and proper application and proper removal. And when I say proper prep, if you're over buffing your nails during the prep, then you're going to run risk of, you know, thinning your actual nail out, and you don't want to do that. So you just want to be really careful. So I went ahead and I dusted all that excess powder off of my nails. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply my number 2. So very important that you understand the number 2 set is what cures your entire Peppi system. So the first time we use it, it's going to cure our number 1 in the powder together. The next time I use it, it's going to be to cure the number 3, which I'll talk more about that when we get to that point. But it's just very, very important that if you're not careful and you get your number 2 in contact with either your number 1 or your number 3, it's going to do its job and try to cure, whether it's on your nail or on the brush. So you got to be very careful in the manner that you use it. You want to make sure you're dabbing your tips up here because you really want to make sure that powder is going to stick. You want to get it all around the cuticle, all in the sidewalls, and at the tip of your nail. You don't need to overdo it, but you definitely just want to make sure you cover those regions. So your Peppi cure lasts. Oh boy, we're at 1.7. Y'all want some freebies tonight. I love it. You guys want some freebies. And don't forget, ladies, Barbie is the color that is on sale for $12.99. Try to fix this stand here. It keeps wiggling on me. All right, there we go. I got it. All right, so right now we're at the time period. Once we put our number 2 on, we have to wait about 2 minutes or so it can kind of activate and do its thing and, you know, make the magic happen so the powder gets nice and hard and adheres to your nails. All right, so now I'm just going to check out comments for a minute. If you guys are new, definitely trust the process. I have not filed, shaped, or buffed since obviously I just put these colors on my nails. So you're going to see once I'm done, they're going to clean up really nice and they're going to look like this hand over here. And this is for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Autumn, you missed my live from last week. Oh, or was it the week before when I pre-recorded it? I really did. I missed like hanging out and talking with you guys, but the pre-recording I really liked because the video was like super clear when you guys got to watch it. I felt like it was really clear, but it's actually pretty clear tonight too. Wi-Fi is such a hit or miss, I swear. Like when you're doing a live video, you just never know. Yeah, they look a little bit like Valentine's Day nails, but they're actually for breast cancer awareness this month. Alexia loves the pre-recording. Yeah, the other thing with pre-recording too is I don't get distracted so much. I just get right in there. All right, ladies, so we dropped to 1.5. We were so close to 2,000. 1.7, holy moly. Now we're back to 1.6. You guys are crushing it tonight. I love it. All right, so I am going to take my drill. I am using the Bell portable drill, which looks like this. I love it because there are no wires, well, except for when you charge it, but there are no wires when I'm on live, which is like seriously the most annoying thing. I hate wires. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I just can't stand them. So I really love the portable drill because it doesn't have me glued to the nearest outlet. I'm putting the drill on low and slow. I am not going high with a high speed on it. You do not need to go on a high speed. Just low and slow is perfect. And I am using this drill bit here. It's just a sander, really. And I happened to find some that matched the Peppi brushes, and that's what we're going with tonight. So we're gonna go low and slow. I'm gonna spend a little time doing extra buffing today because I did do 4 dips. So I really want to make sure my end result is as thin and natural as I prefer. I'm very picky. I do not like my nails to be thick. I like them to be as thin as they possibly can. So again, that all comes from how heavy you apply your number 1. But also you can make up for it for a little bit here at this step too. So you're going to see that I am going to use a drill and a buffer. I like both. I prefer both to get the result and look that I want. Your starter kit will come with a buffer, which is amazing. But if you prefer to use a drill, you can. So I'm just taking my time with it. As you can see, they're relatively pretty thin already, except for that middle finger. I definitely got to bring that one down. But I have a natural hump in my middle finger that kind of makes them a little bit thicker than all the rest of my fingers. But you can see, like, they're pretty thin already. So, like, the thinner you apply it, the less work you have to do later on. Unless you're just OCD like myself and like to spend extra time on it, which is okay. They're your nails that you're going to wear, so you have to love them. And if you are new to Peppi, you can get the starter kit for 20% off with the code THANKYOU20. It's good for your first starter kit. And you can choose any color you want from the website that's available. There's been a lot of questions about like mystery box colors like being available for repurchase. Since I have a lot of people on tonight, I just want to clarify, like, those colors we don't offer for purchase. You have to be a subscriber to get them for that month. So they're exclusive to that month's subscribers. Sorry guys, I keep coming out. I'm gonna move the camera over so it's gonna hang a little bit off the desk potentially, but at least I know that I'm gonna be in the frame because I seem to be coming closer to my body while I am doing this, and I want to make sure you guys are seeing. So I am going low and slow. My middle finger, I'm going to spend a little extra time on. It has a natural hump, so this finger is always looks thicker than the others. It's really not. It's just the hump of the way my finger naturally curves. It's been like that my whole life on both of my hands. So I like to spend a little extra time to kind of bring that down. So I like to give it a little extra buff. All right, and then, oh, sure I stay over here. I gotta admit, doing my non-dominant hand on live is harder in terms of like the camera angle. It's not harder to do, it's just harder like with the way the camera is. But I really wanted you guys to see, like, you can do it. So if you're new, like you're not experienced in nails, it's okay, because you will learn. The more you do your nails, the more you're gonna learn. You just have to remember to be patient with yourself, because we're essentially teaching you how to be your own nail tech. And most nail techs go to school for months, however long they go for. So you're basically learning one technique without having to pay to go to school, and you can do it yourself and, you know, not have to go to the salon anymore. So it takes practice. Your first try may be perfect, but it most likely won't be, but it's okay. We were all there at one point. After a couple of tries, it's super easy. I think the biggest thing is just understanding that your number 2 is the curing agent and your bottle care. If you don't understand those two things, then it'll be a bit, you know, frustrating. But if you take the time to understand that and really like learn the directions, you'll be good to go. You'll be golden. Yes, I agree. I don't want to say your name wrong. Is it Isley or Isley? But I do agree with what you're saying. Practice makes perfect. And the Peppi group is super supportive. So make sure you guys check out the group. Peppi Gel Dip Powder Tips and Tricks. All the babes in there are so supportive, so sweet. If you ever have questions, they always answer any questions that you have, which is super helpful for us to have so much support and other babes willing to help, you know, answer support questions in the group. But the group is so much fun. It's a really great place for inspiration as well. So I am going to take my buffer now, and I am going to go ahead and buff my nails. I love to do both. I like the result. I got the hiccups tonight when I combine both of them together, the buffer and the drill. Always keep the foam side of the buffer towards your cuticle That's very, very important so you don't end up nicking up your cuticles in the process. And I like to get a nice little buff around the cuticle, so I kind of angle it in and buff it down. And here you'll see me spend a little extra time. And this is what a nail is gonna look like after it's all buffed. You can see like it's nice and thin and nice and flat. I like my nails flat. Some people like a curve or the apex. I really like my nails flat. I don't like humps at all on my nails. I just don't. I did do the apex method a couple times and it did look really nice. I did that on recording with you guys. And it did look nice. It did kind of elongate the fingers. So if you have longer nails, I recommend the apex method if you like that. Autumn, I like to use the drill in the buffer because I like the finish of the buffer versus the drill. But you'll see me, I'll bounce back and forth sometimes. All right, so now we're going on to the ring finger. And you guys will see, I did already shape my nails like prior to live, or in the beginning of live, sorry, oh my gosh. Dee, thank you so much. You're so sweet. But after you apply powder to your nails, it does kind of come off the free edges of the nails a little bit. So I always give it one more shape before I top coat it all up. So we're getting close. I'm just gonna spend a little time doing the buffing and I'm gonna try to read comments at the same time as much as I can. Kayla says, what's the difference in French white and Dreamcatcher? So French white is just a pure flat white, a traditional white for your nails. Dreamcatcher is like a pearly white. Millie, did the tattoo on my ring finger hurt? Not really. I mean, and I have like no pain tolerance at all, honestly. Like I'm super weak when it comes to pain. Like I will not even go get a shot from a doctor. I'm so bad. But the tattoo on my finger did not hurt. In fact, it says love and it's in my granny's handwriting that was traced on to my finger. It's a part of a tattoo that all my siblings have. They have the full tattoo where it has her handwriting that says love Granny with a hibiscus flower, which was her favorite flower. But I didn't want a big tattoo on me, but I did want a piece of her on me, along with my wedding band that I have on my other hand with me and my husband, which is written in Thai. And they didn't hurt. They do it so quick. Like it hurt for maybe a second and then it was over. All right. So now you guys can see like how they're shaping up. How these three fingers look versus this finger. A little bit of elbow grease and it cleans right up. Katie, thank you. I saw somebody asked about the steamer acetone remover. I've never tried it, so I can't personally answer. I assume it would work very similar to what we have on our website, where the acetone gets warmed up, so it helps for a quicker, easier removal. Stella, thank you. Yeah, my nails are actually probably going to get a drastic cut down on the next Peppi cure that I do. I was actually going to do it tonight, but I wasn't quite ready to let go yet. But yeah, these girls, I might be saying a little bit of a goodbye to them soon. Oh. Amanda said she hated the steam remover she got from Walmart. She just does the baggy method that we teach. And I do the baggy method, the rice method, and our soaker bowls. I do all three, just depending like what I have next to me at the time. And they all work great. So I don't think you really need to go out and buy an extra steamer when there's already like proven methods for things to look good for you or to come off easy for you. So I think I like how my nails are looking. I want to give it one more smooth over with the drill over here because I'm picky. Ladies, don't be afraid to buff. Like after you set your nails and you wait, like they're hard, you can buff them. I always like to double check and just make sure they're what I like before I seal them up. Sandy, thank you. You're so sweet. Uh-oh, we're down to 1,000. That means the giveaway is, you got more of a chance of a giveaway with less people on. Guys, don't get off. We're so close to doing the giveaway. I'm literally like minutes away. All right. I know buffing is like the most boring part to watch on live, but I just want you guys to know, take your time doing it because it's really gonna help pull that end result into to your liking. Like just really tighten it all up. All right, so the last and final thing before we top coat is we are going to just correct the shape really fast. So you guys are going to see my lap and the end of the side table and probably whatever is underneath of my fake distressed, my fake distressed side table here. All right, and the reason I like to show you this angle here is because the way I file and shape my nails is I always have my finger on the edge of the desk right here. It's really helpful in terms of keeping your hand steady, but also just really like giving you the opportunity to kind of really look at your nail, especially if you have like a nice contrasting background. I find it very helpful to have a contrasting background so you can really see the shape of your nail as you're doing this. And as you can see, just a real simple, just quick touch up. If you find that you maybe have some bumps along the cuticle, just go ahead and take your file and just run it right around. The banana files that we do offer on the website are the most helpful for that part right there because they really just glide in and out. And I would honestly prefer to use those right now. I just don't have any next to me as I am working tonight from the house. All right, so now we're gonna go in and do our accent finger, a full Barbie. Don't forget Barbie is on sale for $12.99 only while I am live. Once live is over, the sale is over. So I do turn my hand, my palm up and kind of hold my finger steady along my thumb to get that other side to kind of bring it in that I can't really reach doing it this way. I would say this is like the most tedious part, is really just getting the shape down. I wouldn't call it tedious, but it's the most like part that you have to practice. Gosh, I can't talk. All right, so I'm just gonna move on from that sentence and go on to this finger here. You can see it looked a little wonky just a second ago right there at the tip, but I already filed and shaped it, so now it's already cleaning up nice. A little shaping to your nail, if you have the patience to do it, really takes your pedicure to the next level. Just by evening it out and just kind of cleaning it all up. It really elevates it. And my shape is never perfect, ladies. Like, if you see my nails in, you know, real life, you'll see flaws. My nails are never perfect. I am self-taught, just like you guys are. Never painted nails a day in my life prior to that. Like, just really took my time to learn how to shape and just get a steady hand. You gain muscle memory. The more you do it, you really do gain that muscle memory. But I have no problem saying my nails will never look perfect. There's always something that I judge myself on. Robin, thanks for sharing the Peppi love, girl. Catherine, you're right. October is also Infant Loss Month, and I know a lot of us probably know somebody or maybe have even experienced that themselves, and that really makes me very, very, very sad to even think about that, but my heart goes out to you. It really does. All right. Man, you guys, we held strong at like 1.7 for so long, and then all of a sudden it went down. I guess I got really boring, but guess what? You guys got more of a chance to win one of those 2 free colors I promised. All right, how's it looking, ladies? Felicia, for me to do my nails when I'm not on live, probably like 45 minutes, and I'll wear those for at least 2 weeks. So it's quicker to spend 45 minutes at home and cheaper than to go drive to a salon, spend a couple hours there, and then drive home. So if you think about it that way. But on live, I am very slow. One, it's really hard on the camera to really like get my hand in the appropriate positions that I would prefer them to be in while I'm doing my nails. But also, I want you guys to see what I'm doing, and I want to talk about it with you and answer you guys' questions along the way. So it always takes me longer on live. Yeah, ladies, I need to cut down. My nails are so long, and we got more house projects to do, so I'm really hoping I don't jam them anymore along the way. I like my nails to be flat, so I kind of file up underneath of them. I don't like them to be so curved. All right. So this would be the time to really check your pedicure at this point before you go forward, and really just make sure the shape and everything is exactly how you like it. That way you don't have to go back and try to fix it, you know, later after you've already done your shine. If you find that after you've done your shine, there's something you want to go back and fix and you need to buff it, you can still do that, and you can still like redo your shine. It's totally fine. Just make sure you use your number 2, because don't forget the number 2 is what cures everything. So your shine will not dry shiny without, you know, using that number 2. So let me just go ahead and I noticed my pinky was a little bit wider than I prefer. All right. So the first person, I'm going to do one giveaway now while we're waiting, because I know this is like the most boring part right here. The first person, and I'm going off of my comments, what I see on my side, not what you guys see on your side. So the first person to tell me what color we gave away for free during Black Friday last year will win one of the Barbies tonight. The first person to tell me that. The first person to tell me. I don't think I see the answer yet. Tinsel and a Tangle. Abby, you got it, girl. Abby, so make sure you email me at peppyjoe@gmail.com so I can get that out to you, the Barbie, out to you this week. All right, don't worry. I'm going to do another one for newbies. It's okay. I had to do one for the OGs, and now I'm going to do one for the newbies. It's all good. All right. So let me just finish my thumb. My thumb has the weirdest shape, and it's bugging me tonight. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and move the camera back so you guys aren't staring at my lap anymore. And let's go ahead and move forward with the rest of this Peppi here. Oh my gosh. Thank gosh it was only the Peppi brush. All right. So this is what my nails look like as of now before I shine them up. Again, my shape is not perfect. You'll see me. I'll pick at it and try to make it perfect, you know, more perfect if I can, but it's not perfect. These are my natural nails, and it's hard to shape your natural nails, you know, the way as perfect as a nail tip would look. So let's go ahead and take our number 2. This time, when we apply our number 2, we're not going to go very heavy with it. We're going to apply just enough to cover the nails, but we're not going to saturate them and soak them. If you over apply the number 2, one of the things you might experience is a hard number 3 brush. So that goes back to me telling you guys, your number 2 is what cures everything. So if you're doing too much of it at this step and you're applying your number 3 too slowly, your shine brush more than likely will turn hard because it is trying to cure itself, but in the improper place. So this step moving forward is so important. I can't stress it enough. Even Stella is saying it, like, these next steps are crucial. So please, please, please just really follow along because it will save you a ton of headache, I promise. All right, so just enough to cover the nails. You don't need to saturate them. At this point, we're going to wait 2 minutes. And then we're going to apply our number 3. So again, enough to cover the nails, but not to saturate them. Cover the nails, but not saturate. So it is currently 9:38. I'm going to wait 2 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my number 3. And then I'm going to give my final giveaway away. Yep, exactly what Stella said. If you don't follow these steps, this will make or break how long your shine will last. Amy says, what was the first Peppi color I ever used? Oh my gosh, that was 4 years ago. What did I start with when we were doing that? Oh boy, I want to say French white. I think I was really into whites in the summer. Kathy, thank you. Nicole, be really careful because heat can damage your liquids. It can make them turn hard. The liquids are light sensitive and temperature sensitive. So heat, too much light, or 2 other things that can turn your liquids gooey. So I have another minute. Kathy, I love it. That's awesome, girl. So 2 minutes is super important. So it's been about 1.5 minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead and just take a plain paper towel and wipe that excess residue off my nails. Super important. And then I'm going to flip that paper towel over because I don't want the side that I just wiped to be where I wipe my number 3 brush. So I got about another 30 seconds. And then I'm going to apply my number 3. So the same bottle care with your number 3 as your number 1. Do not get any liquid on the top of the bottle or on the side. It is not the same as your number 1, but it does have adhesive-like properties. Therefore, if you get it in those areas, you are going to glue your bottle shut. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. Bottle care is the user's responsibility, and if you're using it and your bottle gets glued shut, it is because you got liquid in those areas. No different than using Gorilla Glue at home. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do our number 3. So you want to go thin with your number 3, but you don't want to go so thin that it's going on streaky. You want to do it where it covers the nail. That way you get a high gloss shine. If you do it too thin, you're going to find that your nails might dry a little bit streaky. I know we like that high gloss shine. So you want to do thin, but not like so thin. You want it to glide on. Maybe just a tad more than what I showed you in the beginning on how I apply my number 1. You want to do 2 to 3 quick strokes. The key word being quick. If you go too slow, allowing too much nail to brush contact, you're going to experience a hard brush because that brush is now absorbing the number 2. So quick strokes is the key in preventing that. You don't necessarily want to overlap those strokes because you don't want to smear that number 2 residue around. You just want to do 2 to 3 quick strokes and try not to overlap them on that first round. On the second round, you can overlap and make sure you seal your tips in. You'll know that your nails are ready for the second round if the first layer of number 3 is starting to dry matte. That's exactly what you want it to do because it's the barrier layer between your number 2 and your final layer of number 3 for shine. And that's it. And then they just dry super shiny. So just to recap, 2 to 3 very quick strokes of your number 3. Don't overlap those strokes. Don't go too slow. And finish off. You'll finish off with a nice shine. Your brush won't get hard and your nails will be super shiny. And you can see the colors are just popping now. Especially that Barbie, which is $12.99 for about 3 more minutes. It's so awesome. So if you're really rough on your hands, you want that extra shine, and you don't want to see a scratch layer on your nails, I highly recommend clear as your final dip because it really helps to make all of that pop exactly the way you want them to. So I know, again, this is not a fall or spooky Peppi cure. This is my Peppi cure for breast cancer awareness this month. I know somebody who's been affected by it. Maybe you have yourself, or maybe you know somebody. And I think in the midst of all, the other fun themes that we can do, I thought it was really important to take the time and just kind of, acknowledge what this month is, along with the other things that we need to be aware of as well. This is my tribute, I suppose, is what I'm calling it. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Isley. Thank you, Katie. I hope you guys really love these colors. I think they're really pretty. I'm enjoying them. Super shiny. Super, super shiny. Thank you, Leah. Yeah, Jennifer, I thank you, Amanda. I go back and forth on clear as my final layer. It just depends on my mood. But lately I've been so active with my hands, just trying to do stuff around the house, that I really need that extra layer of protection because I have been jamming my fingers. I did chip a nail. I know, gasp. So bad. But I had that Peppi cure on for 3 weeks and I did it today, actually. So it's not bad because I was changing today anyways. All right, ladies, that is it for this evening. I know this live was pretty long, but you guys are so amazing. I can't believe we got up to 1.7. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I need to give away our second Barbie. I almost forgot. Oh, wait. Okay. The first person to tell me at least 2 of the colors that I just took off for my last manicure 3 weeks ago, which I did record on live, will win the next Barbie. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Emily. The first person to name at least 2 of the colors that I wore on my last Peppi cure will be the next winner. Nope. Not Pixie Dust or Limited. Ariana got it. It was Bordeaux and fishnet stockings. So make sure you email me, girl. peppygel@gmail.com. So make sure you're sending it to the Peppi Gel email and not the orders Peppi Gel. All right, ladies, thank you guys so much for watching. I will take a picture at some point tomorrow. I'll post it in the group for you all to see. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live. I know it was a little bit long, a little bit tired today, so I wasn't super energetic, but I really do hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed catching up with everybody. I hope everybody has a good week to come, and we will be back soon with another live. Good night.